Welcome, everybody. Happy Friday. Yeah, it's definitely Friday. How's it going? I hope everybody had a fantastic week. I am excited for today. We have another great guest on our vendor spotlight this week. We did them kind of close together just because of my crazy schedule lately. And you guys got too close together, and then you're going to get like a little gap for like 2 weeks. Just because I'm on travel. So our first commenter, I think she was in a rush to comment because she put I. But hi, Michelle. She goes, I'm here. I'm happy you could join us. Yay, I'm not at work. I'm glad you're not at work either. I know you've been missing some of our wine and chats just because of your crazy work schedule, but I'm glad you can make it on tonight. Miss you, girl. I miss all of you guys. I feel like I haven't seen many of my sewing buddies in a while. It's been a crazy summer. Not just because school's out and everything, but just the summer's always crazy for me just because we get really close to the Expo and just kind of we seem to take a vacation in the middle of summer because it's around a lot of birthdays. So yes, let's see. Who else do we have on tonight? Hi, Lillian. Lillian came on and you're not late because you got out of work early. I'm so proud of you. While I'm looking at everybody else joining us, go ahead and tell me what y'all drinking tonight, just like we do in our typical wine and chat fashion. I'll start with mine. I'm still on this like kick of this blue Hawaiian concoction. I have it's rum blue Caracal blue carrot. Somebody pronounce it for me. Caracal. Everybody makes fun of me because I can't say it right. And then pineapple juice. There's some pineapple juice in there, I promise. Okay, let's see. Who else do we got? Suzanne's here. Welcome, Suzanne. I'm so happy you could join us again this week. Apparently, Fridays are better for a lot of y'all. We will not do Sundays again. I felt bad because a lot of y'all had to watch it on the rewatch. But I was amazed how many of you guys did rewatch it. I don't know how many rewatches of live videos I sit the whole way through. Good grief. The summer has been poop. I agree, Michelle. Okay, Michelle's drinking a lime bubbly. I don't know how you drink those. Ugh. I'm not a fan of them, but I'm not a big carbonated drink person. Only when I have Diet Coke like this lovely person is drinking. Fun fact, if you guys are newer to Wine and Chats or never really been on before, if you're watching from Facebook and it's your first time watching, or it's the first time in a while, or you re-signed into Facebook, I don't know, Facebook's finicky. On where you're watching this, there should be a link that says streamyard.com/Facebook. If you click that and give them permission, I can then see your name. But if you don't want to give your name out, that's cool too. Everybody in the chat can see your names. I just can't because I'm on the streaming platform where we stream to our Facebook group, our Facebook page, and our YouTube channel all at once. So if you guys ever want to rewatch, you can rewatch on any one of those 3 locations. Okay, what else? Lillian's drinking a mango strawberry smoothie. Yum. No alcohol in it, though? That sounds very healthy. But it sounds good. Suzanne's still drinking Dr. Pepper. You have to cut the grass after you're done with this. Oh, boo. You cut the grass that late at night? Man, that's impressive. Like, by the end of the day, I'm just, like, done. We don't touch the grass. We touch the grass in the morning. Oh, good. I'm not the only one that can't say blue Caracal. And she had to train herself to drink the bubblies. I don't know how you do it. And she's trying to wean herself off her Sprite obsession. I mean, okay, Sprite does have quite a bit of sugar, but it could be worse. Oh, no, you forgot to chill the wine, Lillian? Oh, God. We're trying to schedule these more in advance so you guys know to prepare your alcohol in advance, guys. I got so much Happy Mail today that I didn't even have time to text you about it. Oh, no. You're going to have to tell me about it later on. I'm excited. I got some Happy Mail this week. I haven't been buying much lately. I've been so busy. I haven't been spending money on things I shouldn't, which is probably a good thing. I've been spending a lot of money on things for the Expo. I think you guys are going to be excited. I hope you guys are going to be excited. We test run like a lot of our ideas on the poor Patreon group. And I give them polls and stuff and say, okay, what do you change? What would you change about this? What about this? Front or back design? What color? And I give them 20 color options. They all vote. It's a lot of fun, but I feel bad sometimes because I'm like, you guys are just my guinea pigs at this point. You got to wait. Hold on. Life changing. I got a Japanese hole punch from Amazon and it's amazing. I'm not sure what a Japanese hole punch is, but that does sound amazing. You're going to have to show me a picture of this. I'm glad you're excited about Expo stuff. Like I have to keep this out of my hand, the So Magical Ducky, which, by the way, anybody that's asked me for them, I know I said I was going to ship them out last week, and then this week I'm really behind. All the fabric came in, and so I've been printing. I have to get a good flow down. This is the first time I'm running a big order like this where I'm also shipping it out and not just keeping it to myself or for the expo later. So I printed off all like the packing slips, and I've started going through, and now I just have to do the table setup to cut all this fabric. So I'm excited, but I got distracted with that, and it's been a crazy couple weeks at my big girl job. But yes, the duckies, I'm going to try to get them out this week. So if you want a ducky and you order fabric, it'll probably be in your fabric order, so I don't have to pay for shipping twice. But yeah, I have to keep this out of my hand because I'm going to warn you guys, anybody wants a ducky, it squeaks and the dogs will go nuts for it. So yeah, but that's one of the fun things we just got in. It was like a side thing I randomly did one night, you know, after a wine and chat when the drinks had hit me. I got on the whole Jeep ducky downward spiral, and I ordered 300 rubber ducks one night. But it sounds like I need to order more because you guys are obsessed with the duckies, even those that don't have the Jeeps. I want duckies. Yes, we're gonna be doing it. Oh, okay. So the Japanese hole punch is an automatic hole punch for the Pocket Pals. Oh, okay, that's cool. I just use my Cricut. But I'm glad to see there's like a quicker way to do that, because I know some people have issues with those little holes and they use like the hammer one, like the little hole punch, and then you have to hammer down. That's it. That's interesting. Next time we need a fabric cutting week. I agreed. Yes, and they squeak. Okay. Man, I'm off track. So we're going to do a vendor spotlight in a little bit. I'm going to cover a couple quick things for y'all. So also feel free at any time to ask whatever questions you want. During vendor spotlight, obviously we're focused on the vendor, but before and after, if you guys have any expo or even not expo related questions you want to bring up, feel free to drop them in the comments. Okay. So I'm going to remind you guys, probably everyone in chat, until we have the expo, just because it's getting close, y'all. And yes, so if you haven't bought your class kits, or you're having issues, or you have questions, please message me. I try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. And if I said I was going to do it, or I didn't read your message within a day, message me again. I promise I will do it. I get a lot of messages. I'm saying too much. I apologize. So yes, please buy your class kits. And I have a follow-up announcement related to class kits. The Sahara dress class, by the way, I had that spelled wrong in a lot of places for this whole time until I just found out I did that wrong. But anyway, the Sahara dress class, which is the burrito roll class. If you're in that, check your email. I put a Facebook post about it in the group today. It was related to, you would have gotten an email from Salty Sews. I got to double check the name. I believe it's Salty Sews. If you're on here, ladies, please let me know. But the teacher sent out an email related to what size you should pick. They've got a cool little Facebook group related to the fabric they're using, and kind of just prepping you for the class so that everything runs smoothly. And it's actually a fun way to meet some of your classmates before you go. I think it's a really interesting and fun new idea that they're doing. So definitely check your email and make sure you do that. And if you bought the adult kit, that'll clear up things a little bit. So if you want a refund on your penny, let me know and I'll refund you your penny. So you can now buy your adult size. The adult sizes have been updated on the website under Book Your Class. So if you haven't bought that one, but you bought all your other class kits, you can go on there and buy the appropriate sizes. Yes, Michelle, buy your class kits, lady. You squeak that thing and the dogs snap their heads towards me. Yeah, I have to keep that away from my hands because I'll just play with it. And yes, my dogs will go nuts. All right. Okay, so yeah, if you guys have any questions about class kits, let me know. There is a unique thing about the Nailed It classes. They are on a separate site. You have to go under the hands-on class explanation page, and on there, there's a link that'll take you to the appropriate place. And just a reminder, the Visi class is no class kit. You bring your own materials. And the Peekaboo is buy a kit plus bring your own panel, which is the size of a sheet of paper. And if you don't want to buy the kit, you want to bring everything and have it pre-cut, and you just want the pattern, there's a post on the group. Somebody asked that question, and Lauren Mormino has been super gracious. And as long as you're signed up for the class, she will email you the pattern or message it to you. I don't know how she's doing it, but she's giving you the pattern, which is super kind and amazing. Let's see. I made a schedule for myself and Mama Grin and then totally forgot. I do that all the time. I was just going to ask about Nailed It. Yes, the Nailed It classes are not on the not on the Buy Your Class Kids page. It's on their website because they have different options of personalization and customization on their website. It was a lot easier to do it on their existing system versus trying to load it into ours and all that fun stuff. So definitely check that out. Yes, ma'am, you are correct. The Peekaboo vinyl that you're going to get, it's insider information, is tan. It is a tan color, but we felt like that would match a lot of whatever you guys brought. So yeah, if you don't want tan vinyl for your outside, and it's waterproof canvas on the inside she's bringing, and then the zipper pull and the zipper tape. I don't know if she specified what kind those are going to be, but I'm excited. They all look really cute. Let's see. All right. And okay, so I think we're having a couple technical difficulties with Vendor Spotlight tonight. So we're going to move on to my post Vendor Spotlight comments. Let's see. The next wine in chat will be on the 30th. I will get that scheduled here in the next week. We are anticipating that it's going to be a vendor spotlight. We're waiting for confirmation, but I think we have a great one for you guys lined up on the next one. Very excited on that one. And then because next weekend I'll be at Applique Getaway, which is another like sewing embroidery type convention out in Texas. Very excited. It's my first time going, and I'm hoping to scoop up the rest of the vendors to fill up the hall. We're getting really close to filling up the vendor halls. There's 2, by the way. We have about, we have about 12 or 13 vendors in one hall. And that's the main one that was there last year. And then we have a separate hall that's right around the corner. And depending on what sizes we bring in, a booth, I'm thinking we're going to probably get in at least 10 more. So we're already upwards of, I think the last time I counted, we were at like 18 vendors, and I have like 4 in work. So hopefully we can seal a deal and wrap up and make it really full and have lots of options for you guys this year, and then also make the vendors really happy. And don't forget, the vendors coming are going to be doing a ribbon giveaway as well. Yeah. Be patient, my child. Yes. So funny enough, the vendor spotlight for tonight is with Ray from Emporium Threads, who is our current only custom label vendor that's coming, and they will be on demand. I'm hoping we can get her online here soon. We might have to get creative. 18 vendors. Yeah, I got to go double check that count, but I'm pretty sure it's around 18. Yeah. No. Okay, but I want to order some and I was gonna on Etsy. Yeah, wait, because she just opened up her website to include them as well. So I would definitely check out her site. They're super freaking cute. Oh, well, I have questions. Good. I'm glad you have questions. As soon as we get her on here, we will get you some answers. I'm going to continue on. We'll talk more about the custom labels here shortly. They're super cute, and I can't wait for you guys to see them. But, I want to talk about swag. So you guys saw the duckies that are now on the website. We also have just loaded, we're going to put the post out about it in the next day or two. Patreon members, wait till tomorrow to buy any of the swag because there's a special discount that you guys are going to get. So if you're in the Patreon group, there is a awesome discount. The post is going to get posted early tomorrow morning. I just posted a bunch today and I wanted to make sure that I waited another day before I bombarded you guys with a million posts on every platform. So yes, we added shirts, hoodies, all sorts of stuff. And they're in the 2021 design. We're going to leave the 2021 design as is and put it up on our website for early purchase. What we have at the Expo might be slightly different and may not have the year on it. We haven't 100% determined that yet. But we will have stuff at the Expo for you to buy. But if you want to like walk in with your already swagged out, you can go ahead and purchase those shirts. There's tank shirts, and there's more options that are available on the website versus what's going to be at the Expo, just because of how much simpler it is to do on and pre-advance. And you should get all your items. I would order with a 2-week buffer, just with them being made and then shipping out to you. So kind of gauge that. I would, if you want it early, order by like early September, I would say. And there's a lot of other fun stuff. There's like coffee mugs, laptop sleeves. So if you're bringing a laptop, which I bring mine everywhere and I need to order one for myself anyway. There are also 2021 VIP pass holders items that we don't typically have. So the new VIP design is going to only be printed on one color and one shirt type design. That'll be unisex since we have both men and women coming, and it will be in the color that the Patreons chose, and it will be in everybody's bag. You get that one shirt as part of your VIP ticket. However, we're also doing it on the website. So if you want a different color, we also have a V-neck, women fitted design, the tank, a hoodie. We have a VIP special bag you can buy. Those are all loaded on the website. They're not free. They're not including your ticket. Only the one shirt that you get in the predetermined color is going to be in your bag for free. So if you want something extra VIP related, you can head to the website, and then the Patreon discount will work on that as well. So right now, those are the 2 things we have up, and the duckies are up there. If you want duckies to give out as marketing, message me. I have a special discount code that I can give you that makes it essentially free. So because if you're working for us, I'll give you some free duckies. But if you want them from yourself, they're only like $1. I'm charging like my cost. That's it. So, and then I won't have them up on the website until the end of July, but the pins and the needle minders are coming. They were supposed to be here a day ago, and then my address was wrong. So they're redirected and coming back in a couple days. But I'm very excited. I got these cute little baggies to put them in. Actually, I got bigger ones because I don't think these are going to fit. And I have these little baggies that they're going to go in, and they're super freaking cute. I'm so excited. So those will go up on the website as well. And I can't think of any other swag off the top of my head that's coming that will be up for sale in advance. Yes. Okay, great. I think I covered all that. Love the bags. I definitely typed some of this to make you laugh while speaking. Yeah, you do, because can you tell when I'm talking, all of a sudden I get sidetracked because I read your comment. Is the orange shirt available? I do believe I put up a orange shirt just because I thought it would be funny. I'm curious if anybody will actually buy it, because we have, I think the only person that also wears like bright orange shirts is Lori, one of our teachers, who always wears bright orange. So sometimes they confuse her as being part of like the staff. But the staff always have this like a bright orange shirt that says staff on the back. So yeah, I don't know, is that a good idea or a bad idea to keep orange shirts available for sale? Because if y'all get questions, that's at your own risk. Oh yeah, so the bags, we got special bags up on the site, and we have them in both the 2021 design and the 2021 VIP design. So that way, if you don't want like the standard canvas tote that we give out, which is the same as last year, we're not changing it this year. We'll change it next year. If you want a different bag to carry all your swag and items in, or have an extra bag to take around, you can definitely order that in advance. I'm just saying we're kind of staff like, yeah, you guys kind of are. I know somebody said last time that we should get teacher shirts as well. And definitely contemplating that if we can swing it. Oh, goodness. Okay. I am just checking on the status. I'm going to try this one more time. Copy. Okay, so while we're going, go ahead and I'll let you guys talk for a minute. Swag looks awesome on the website. Oh, is that why you guys like disappeared for a minute? Because I saw my numbers drop real quick, and now you guys are all back. Welcome back. The swag looks good on the website. Thank you, Lillian. I appreciate it. Oh, so sister shirts too. Yes. Oh, okay. So who's going to design that though? Because I still haven't come up with a Patreon design yet. So if anybody's really good at that stuff, like coming up with crazy ideas, please come up with a Patreon design as well. I would appreciate it. Thanks. You're lucky I like managed to think of like a new VIP design this year. I just cut out more pocket pals and some key fobs. Okay, awesome. Yo, yeah, tell me what you guys are working on right now while I multitask and I try to do something. Okay, yeah, so I have literally been working on no sewing related items as much as I would love to, and I have plenty to do, trust me. Let me see if that worked. Yeah, so I haven't been doing anything. And then let's see. Michelle says she's also working on lots of scrub hats. Oh, I saw your cute Olympic ones. They were really adorable. I'm excited to see any new designs you came up with. I'm sure all the kids love seeing, fun and unique designs instead of like the same bold, like bland colored scrub caps and masks and all that. I'll do the Sew Sisters one night when I'm on call. Okay, deal. I'll keep you occupied while you're working. Okie dokie. Let me see. Yeah, is anybody else working on anything? Please let me know. Hi, Connie. Welcome. I'm sure you're working on tons of designs. You're always cranking out designs, and it blows my mind that you also have a full-time job on top of it. I don't know where you have the time to like keep up your social media, come out with like, you seem to come up with at least 10 designs a week. I'm amazed. And then hopefully Connie will be joining us for a vendor spotlight here shortly. The Olympic hat got a lot of comments today. Ooh, good. Yeah, I saw all the comments on your Instagram stories too. I think that was a fun way to engage people. Lillian says she's doing the cricket. Simple cards, and just learned how to design my own mandalas on cardstock. Oh, that's fun. Everybody loves mandalas. It's a classic design. And you can make it really fun and just like incorporate different things on it. I've seen some really cute like ones with like Mickey Mouse ears in it. Or, oh, the Star Wars ones are really cute too. I've seen those. Very cool. Anybody else working on anything this week? Yes, Connie's going to be a vendor spotlight in August, she said. Great. I can't keep up. I always know who's the next one, but anybody that's more than one out, I'm losing track of. We're all very excited to meet you too, Connie. I can't wait. Let's see. Okay, anybody else making anything? in the meantime, I'll talk about this. So I've mentioned that we have sponsorship opportunities available. We have some really great sponsors lined up currently, and some of them aren't even able to come out to the expo, but they're still just so generous, and they're sending us stuff to make sure that you guys get some really cool swag and learn a little bit more about their companies. So I'll just like highlight a couple of them here real quick. So some of them are our current vendors, and those I won't give away too much on who's bringing what, but let me make sure. Let's see. So as you guys know, String Theory Fabric Art is sponsoring the whole ribbon scavenger hunt situation. Yeah, we're going to have security on staff because you guys sounded a little aggressive about it, about stealing each other's ribbon and some like sneak attacks. And then let's see. Oh, they're also, fun fact, they're going to, if you watch the vendor spotlight with them 2 wine and chats ago, they just sent me the embroidery files that is with our logo on it, and they have some amazing designs. There's like little notebook covers, there's like the regular designs, there's just a lot of really cool things that she's going to do. And so we're working through how we can get that to you guys to download it. It is going to be free for you guys to download, and it's exclusive only if you're actually coming to the expo. So even if you get like a no class pass and you're just coming for the vendor hall or a meetup, you will get that, which is super cool and amazing of her. Another fun new sponsor we have is Suzanne, who is actually commenting on YouTube right now. And Suzanne, she owns Zane's Creations. There you go. Tongue twister. Only because I drank half my drink. The whole quilt block party that we're going to be doing, where we're going to have in the So Magical Lounge, the extra overflow 24-hour room that you guys can go chill out in, work on projects, and do meetups and hang out at any time of the day, 24 hours. She's going to be sponsoring the quilt block party that's going on in there, where there's going to be a table in there with fabrics and the directions. And then you can just grab a quilt block, and they're all super easy, very self-explanatory, very beginner friendly too. I think most of them are. And they're going to be on there, and then you can just create the block and you can put it on there. And then we're going to do something fun with them at the end. So you can keep them if you want, but if you donate the block after you're done and you just do it as a fun project to try something new, you're definitely going to love the ending of it. But Zane's Creations is sponsoring all that as well. And let's see, we have some fashion show prizes that are going to be sponsored this year. So only just the boring gift cards that you guys have been getting the past couple of years. But there's going to be some fun prizes, plus maybe some gift cards still. We'll see. We have 2 of our classrooms are actually being sponsored this year. And there's opportunity for more sponsorships on the classrooms. Emporium Threads is one of them. And then Be Easy Crafts, who's been a previous vendor and teacher for us. They're coming back again this year, and they're doing that. Let's see. Oh, and then the welcome bags, y'all. The welcome bags are going to be stuffed this year. I'm so impressed with who's bringing stuff. I'm not going to spill the beans on what's going to be in the bags, but I'll tell you. We've got Be Easy Crafts is doing... they're doing all the bags actually, and that's a really good one because they are they have a store on their website, and they do a lot of different supplies. String Theory Fabric Art is doing something fun in there for you guys. Emporium Threads Creations by Connie is doing a really great one too. Mormino is going to be in every bag. Oh gosh, Ait Saeed Creations, they're going to be in those bags. Forever Lane Creations and Cosplay, Made by Nikita. Oh, who am I missing? Strictly Stitches. There's a ton, and that's just in the welcome bags. I haven't even gotten to like the raffles yet. So we'll save who's going to sponsor the raffle table for next week. But we have this crazy amount of people that are sponsoring this year. And so if you're a company or you know a company that can't make it out, but they still want to get their name out there and reach all the expo guests, they're more than welcome to still be a sponsor. We highly encourage it because that just means we get more vendors without them having to come and actually be a vendor. Let's see. Oh, I've got some questions in comments. Oh, okay. So back to my question before. What are you guys working on? Suzanne says she has a craft show tomorrow. Ooh, that's going to be fun. I'm excited to see like how many craft shows you've been doing lately and festivals and events. And she goes, I birthed and closed a total of 47 bags this week. I will never let it get so backlogged again. I swear. Oh my gosh, that is a lot. Oh, okay. And I'm reading her other comment where she said, okay, I'm going to read it first. Pronounce like the second syllable of Suzanne. Zan. Okay, so it's Zan. Zan's creations. There you go. Don't judge me. Let's see. What else do we have? Lillian says, swag, swag, swag. Who doesn't love swag? Said no one ever. Agreed. Let's see. Is Zorel the one bringing exclusive zipper pulls? Yes, Zorel does have exclusive zipper pulls that they're bringing. You can check it out on the group. Dogs are barking. You can go on there. They posted it. I'm blanking on her name right now. Melanie Llamas, Llamas, I believe is her last name. She posted on the Expo group of, I believe it was 3 zipper pulls that she had created, especially for the Expo. So they're Expo exclusive. So if you want them, you gotta be at the Expo. So even if you can't get a day pass or an all weekend pass, you can get a no class pass and still check out her stuff at the vendor hall. And they're really cute. And I think there's at least 1 or 2 more people bringing Expo exclusives that are related to bag hardware. I have to go double check to see who's messaged me about that. But I told anybody they wanted to, they could sneak peek it if they wanted to, or they could, leave it as a surprise for later. But you guys are definitely going to have to check out the tables. Michelle said, are you bringing the thread spool wreath back? I am, because it wasn't full enough last year. So what are you guys' thoughts? Should we bring a new wreath and make it the 2021 wreath with all the thread spools? We have plenty of thread spools left over, I believe. But yeah, so we are going to bring it back. If anybody doesn't know what that was from last year, we had these wooden thread spools that everybody could take a Sharpie and write their name or where they're from or whatever they wanted on there. And then there was a big wreath that everybody could then hot glue the thread spool to. And so we made it all the way around, even in 2020, which was awesome because not everybody does it, but we went all the way around. But I wanted it to be like full. So hopefully when we bring it back this year, it'd be full. And then that way every year we can bring it back and you guys can see and try to find where you are on the wreath. So we just thought it was a fun way to kind of keep it, we do want to grow. We want to be a big Expo one day, but we also want it to be family oriented and keep it to where you guys still feel like you're part of the Expo family and that, we're all like growing together and that we're all, woven together like a big old family. I think it's cool to have separate years. Yeah, I would think so too. Okay, good. We're going to do separate years. I used to love making quilt blocks. Love the finished product. I have never made a quilt block. Nobody judge me. I've never been a quilter. But I mean, if I can't sleep one night, and you guys might find me down there with a sewing machine attempting to make one, I may do it in the middle of the night so nobody will laugh at me at my bad quilting skills. Maybe one of you guys can come actually show me a thing or two. But yeah, you should definitely go and do it. Even if you like used to do it and haven't done it in a while, it'll be a lot of fun. Oh, Lillian just looked at the zipper pulls that Zorel is talking about bringing that are exclusive. Yeah, they're super cute. They're all Disney oriented. So all my my Disney fans out there. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff in the bags. The regular bags, like the VIP and the tote bags will all be filled. And then even if you're a no class passer, so you're only coming for like the $5, by the way, we're going to make it $8 at the door. I do need a post about that so you guys are aware. But so buy your tickets in advance is what I'm trying to say. And but they'll even get like a little baggie like this, and there's still going to be not just business cards and like free patterns and stuff in it. There's going to be actual like things in them. So I'm trying not to spill any information about these, but they're definitely going to be some extra fun stuff for even the people just coming to do an exchange or what have you. I'm out of order now. I think we're going to have to reschedule the Emporium Threads for another time, unless you can come on here in like the next 5 minutes, because I don't want to shortchange her time. Let's see. We've already talked about, oh my gosh, I'm out of order. Oh, okay. Events. I did want to bring up events again tonight. We haven't talked about events in a little bit. So one, if you're an event owner, so if you're in charge of a meetup or an exchange or anything like that, make sure you're going on there, looking at it. Do me a favor, reshare it on the page of the group so that people are aware that they do need to mark that they're going and that they're reading the rules so that you know and they're preparing for your exchange. We did have some updates this past week on a few of them that included like updates to the rules, because we did have some owners change the host. That's the right word. The host changed over on one of them. And yeah, so definitely go check those out. They're on the events tab of both the page in the group on Facebook, but you can also go on the website under the schedule section. You can go to the schedule section and there should be a little tab or little link that you can click. I actually have it up. I don't know why I'm not just sharing it with you guys. Give me a sec. So if you go on to the website here and you go to About, there is a 2021 schedule. Go ahead and click that, and it's going to load up this schedule for you guys. Somebody's going to tell me I have something wrong in here. I'm sure I do. But if you go on down here, let's say, for instance, let's go to the Oka Roots. Okay, Oka Roots, Rudy's, Meetup and Exchange. If you click here for details, I hope this works. Okay, it did work. Good. This is my format of seeing it. But you can go on here and you could see who exactly is, or you can see all the details on there, and you can see the rules. There's a list of rules or how to play or how to exchange and what you need to bring and all that fun stuff. So there's quite a few meetups this year. Like there's a lot. I think we have close to 10 this year, which is amazing, over 3 days. And you guys are doing it in between your classes. Luckily, none of them are at like 6 a.m. I was hoping that somebody would do like an early bird special or something. But there's Christmas ornament exchanges, ears exchanges, booze. We all know we like our booze here at So Magical. And we've got the Okla Rudies. We've got a necessary clutch wallet exchange. I mean, we have a ton, and they will meet almost anybody's like interests, I feel like. So definitely check those out on the events tabs or on the website. And there's you can see who the co-hosts are. Contact them. Don't contact So Magical, because we don't actually run it. It's the co-hosts that do it. So like Suzanne runs, she's running like 3 of them. I don't know how, but she's doing a few of them. And then you've got Terry, Joe, and Belinda, I think, have the Eric's Exchange. Carrie Young has the Ornament Exchange. There's a few of them. I think Tori's got the necessary clutch wallet exchange. So yeah, definitely check those out. Mark that you're going. Contact them if you have questions about how it's going to run. Suzanne says, don't tempt me with the early morning exchanges and meetups. I'll be scheduling something else just to get folks to eat breakfast with me. Hey, I mean, I'll be up and I probably won't eat breakfast. So if you feel like you need to force me to eat, I'll eat breakfast with you. You just got to come find me. I'll probably be in a vendor hall or a classroom prepping something. Okay, let's see. Okay, here. When you print the schedule for the expo, can you put the meetups on there too? Yes, the programs for this year, we're working on designing those. I can't get those printed until like the last second because we're still getting sponsors and vendors in up until a certain point. But this year's programs are going to have the schedule on there, just like you saw on the website, with with all those times of those meetups, so you can kind of just highlight or circle whatever you need to do to keep yourself on track. There will also be the class schedules, and the programs are going to be bigger this year. They're not going to be, I don't even know how to demonstrate this. They're not going to be on the small size, whatever size that is. They're going to be printed on 8 by 11 and folded in half. So they'll be quite a bit bigger so that everybody can see. You'll have the regular schedule for the whole week. That's top level. You'll have the class schedule. You'll have a list of all the vendors, and so that you can also, we're going to try to put like some way that you can mark off that you got the ribbon for them so that it's easier to do the fun scavenger hunt. And then we're going to have the sponsors, and I'm missing something, but there's something else I'm going to put on there. I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, it'll all be on there. And that way you guys have a much easier time of following a schedule. There you go. All right. Anybody else have questions? I feel like I'm probably missing something, but I didn't have as many topics to talk about because we're having some technical difficulties this time around. So that's okay. We can reschedule. It's all right. All right. Any questions, y'all? Anything about classes, swag, where to go, how to park? Did y'all get your hotel rooms? Because I have only a few left, and they're not the standard rooms anymore. We only have Emerald Bay rooms left. They are available for the entire weekend, though. Yay. we got Gaylord to open some more rooms and just do them all in one grouping, so that you guys could actually book for the whole weekend and not have to change your rooms. Will the welcome table be in the same spot as last year? Trying to figure out where to arrange location for zipper pull swap. Yes, the welcome table welcome table, check-in table will be in the Orange Blossom Ballroom, which is where the main vendor hall will be. It will be in that location still. If you need a location for your swap, I can't remember what time yours is at. Let me double check. But where I'm kind of suggesting a lot of people do, you're at 1 o'clock. I would suggest that you do it in the So Magical Lounge. As long as there's not a ton of people in there, you guys shouldn't have any issue with doing that. And then at least it's a room that's located away. It's also during lunchtime. So you could also, it is during lunchtime, right? 1 p.m. Yes. So you can also use one of the classrooms as well. I can look at the class schedule and tell you which ones are low risk to run over into 1 o'clock. And then you can pick one of the classrooms as well. As long as the meetup's during lunch, you shouldn't have any issue with going in there, as long as you end early enough, because a lot of the teachers start going in about 15, 20 minutes before their class to try to set up for their next class and things like that. So yeah, I hope that answers it. Even if 5 people show up to the swap, I didn't want to interfere that little corridor. Oh, you're good. Yeah, I would say then do a classroom if you don't want to be in the lounge. Okay, let's see. I got my room, and you are saving me a little over $300 on Disney tickets too. Oh, good. I'm glad somebody's getting some use out of Disney tickets. I know somebody's been asking me about Universal tickets. I have been trying to contact Gaylord on this. Apparently, they don't really have as much of a hookup with Universal as they do with Disney. That's the only reason we really get Disney discounts, is because it's their affiliation with Gaylord and the events that happen at Gaylord. That's why we get some form of a discount for people. It's a really good discount for people out of state. For those in state, obviously there's Florida resident discounts that are about the same. But I know you also get like a water park or golfing or something like that included with whatever you buy, which I think is pretty cool. So definitely check those out. But no, I have not been successful on getting anybody to give us Universal ticket discounts. I apologize. Maybe by next year we'll have that figured out. But no, nobody with Gaylord seems to have a good connection with Universal yet, which is shocking. But I guess because it's not as close. Yeah. Swap is only 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah, you should be good. No worries. And then there is exchange, I think, is at 1:30 that day. So awesome. Okay, any other fun questions for me tonight? Anybody? Okay, let's see. We already talked about vendors. We talked about the ribbon scavenger hunt. Oh, I guess I could talk about Patreon. We did schedule the call. The next call will be July 27th. We did update that though. You have to be in at least the Friends of So Magical tier and above, which is the $5 tier and above, just because thank you everybody. You guys are so amazing, but we've been getting quite a few people and we noticed that it was becoming a lot of people in the Zoom call and we still wanted to make it to where it's easy for everybody to kind of talk. So for now, we're going to only make it the $5 tier and above. As it continues to grow, we may have to adjust it to being like 2 separate calls, or we'll get creative as we go along. But for now, yeah. So if you're in the $1 tier and you still want to participate in our monthly Zoom chat, go ahead and upgrade to that $5. You can do it right before the 27th. The 27th is when we're going to do it, and we're doing it at 7 p.m. So that's a Tuesday. I will be back from Applique Getaway on Monday night. So it gives me a day. And then we'll be right back at it. And then that 30th, we'll have the next wine and chat. I was contemplating doing a wine and chat while I was in Texas, just because we have some of our fellow So Magical squad, part of the originals, are going to be out there with me. Lori, who's from Texas, and then Lindsay, who a lot of you guys from last year didn't get to meet, but they will be in attendance. So maybe I'll do like a quick live, but I won't do a full wine and chat. I'll do a quick live while I'm out there, so you guys can kind of see what it looks like out there. I'm definitely going to like get inspired, get some ideas to bring back some more fun things for you guys. And then also String Theory Fabric Art's going to be out there. There's some really good, some really good ones. Okay, I think we might be able to do, I think technical difficulties have been solved. It might have been my fault because I think we are in different time zones and I said 6 p.m. and I think I didn't say Eastern time. So that's my fault, y'all. So we're going to make it a long one in chat tonight. Hey, I hope you guys are okay with that. Lukey's already taken care of and good to go. The boys have been fed, so let's keep this train going. I mean, we've done 2-hour wine and chats before, but I wouldn't expect us to go another 30 minutes. I'm here for it. Okay, good, Michelle. You're here for it. Glad. Yeah, those damn time zones. I know even when me and Suzanne talk, we always have to try to interpret what time we're talking about to each other. But yeah, this is going to be a great one. And yeah, you get to ask your questions about the name tapes. She's also a bag maker. That's kind of how she started out, and how we found each other was she is the she's, you know how there's always a person behind the person, you know? So like I don't, that was a dumb reference. I don't know. Like there's always the face that you see all the time, and then there's the person that also like supports them and helps them with all their stuff, which by the way, I'm in the search for. If anybody wants, I will bargain a deal with you guys. I need somebody on staff that can help me with like website updates and social media. If anybody's like tech savvy and likes sewing and crafting, and wants to strike up a deal on how they get paid, I'm all ears. Please message me. We would love to find somebody who's as passionate about the expo as we are. But yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. Ray is like the person behind Ricky, who runs String Theory Fabric Art. And so she does a lot of her background stuff, like her emails and her social media. And that's kind of how we connected. And I was talking about needing a custom label maker, and lo and behold, she can do it. So that's where we kind of clicked and found each other. So I think she's going to come up soon, and I hope she's on here in a second because I'm going to have to tell her my funny story about how I messed up. And if she wants to start earlier than, 6 o'clock her time. I think she can hear me too. You guys can't see her yet, but I can see on the bottom. I'm going to have to take a screenshot of this one day of what my setup looks like so you guys can see like what I can see. Okay, she can see me and hear me, but I can't hear her. So I'm going to, if she gives me a thumbs up, I'll pull her in whenever she's ready. She's looking at me funny. Oh, she's private chatting me. 1 sec, not quite yet. Okay, I will wait. Just give me a thumbs up or private chat me and I will pull you in. Everybody's very excited to meet you, by the way. I know you can hear me. Okay, I think we covered all the other fun things. We're going to work on getting a D-Stash Bash video here soon. I'm excited for you guys to see what's currently in the D-Stash Bash that is being hoarded in my poor dining room. And there's going to be, if you're a Patreon member and you're at least in the $10 tier and above, you get early access to the D-Stash Bash, which I highly suggest because there's quite a bit of custom fabric. So the other upside is if you bring me or mail me any D-Stash Bash items ahead of time, if you do that, then you have your points ready to go and you don't have to wait for me to tell you how many points you have. Our staff that's working D-Stash Bash will have they're going to have a spreadsheet and they're going to know who has what points, and they're going to be able to update it real quick. And I'm going to actually have a day or two probably here in August where I'm going to go to a location. It'll probably be like Joann's at Waterford Lake. So I apologize if you're not close to Orlando. I might go to the sewing studio one day as well. And if you guys want to just meet me there and I'll be there for like an hour or two and you guys can just bring me stuff and I'll go ahead and like tally up points ahead of time and fill out the sheet and then I'll take it back to my place. So it's out of your rooms, it's out of your craft rooms and it's in my hands. And yeah, so we're probably going to be doing that here soon in August. I was going to do it in July, but life happened. Yeah. Yes, D-Stash Bash. It's going to be insane this year. There's a lot more threads. There's like a Juki foot pedal that works, but somebody got a different one. I don't know. We have bobbins in there that like nice metal bobbins. We have custom fabric, custom vinyls. The scraps are insane this year. There's custom scraps in there. So if you do small embroidery and things like that as well, let me tell you, you guys are going to want to come on. So I'm just, what's it called? Filibustering? I'm filibustering. Filibustering. Are you using the, if you want. Okay. Are you ready? You guys ready to meet Ray? Is Ray ready to be met? Let's see. Okay, so she's going to laugh when I tell her what happened, and you guys can laugh along. Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, yes. Same link. Oh, okay. If somebody wants to view, but they're not in the group, they can go on our page or they can go on our YouTube. So Magical Expo. And you can watch from there. All right. Okay. I'm ready. They're ready. Speaking, here, I'll answer a question while we're waiting. Speaking of sewing studio, any chance Fran can do a quick 1 minute video on the machines they're bringing? That's a good question. I'll have to ask Fran. I know she is currently on vacation and she will be back very shortly. So when she gets back, I'll ask her in advance, but I'll see if her and sewing studio are cool with that. I believe they got their machines in already. And I think that would be a great idea because then you could decide ahead of time, like if it's like the one you want to buy. That's a good idea. I can also, I can also try to do a video on the machines that we're renting out as well. Okay. So, without long overdue, we're going to welcome in Ray from Emporium Threads, which I've kind of... Hey, Ray.
Hello. I'm going to adjust this somehow.
My volume was off.
Okay.
Hi. You want to hear a funny story?
I do. I have a feeling it has to do with, I don't know, maybe some timing or something.
Yeah. I had the time zones off.
Okay, see, I wondered about that, and I was going to ask you about that, and then I didn't. So here we are.
We're here, and people are excited, and they hung out because we've had long wine and chats before, so they wanted to meet you, and they're all down for it. So we're going to go.
All right. That's good. I was going to say, aren't these things, am I going to get like 2 minutes and just be like, hello, goodbye? And that'll be good.
No, we'll go long. It's all good.
Okay, all right. If I keep looking off to the side, by the way, so I have a camera, that's you, but then I have my laptop for audio and stuff, and the problem is you're like right there, but you're there. So I'm gonna like be a little, I'm gonna try not to do that, but I want to look at somebody when I'm talking to them instead of like talking to this little thing. So anyway, that's I'm not like totally losing it.
Yeah, I don't know how vloggers do that. It's too much.
It is hard on a something that you didn't ask about, just to like start stuff out here. We have been, me, Emporium Threads. Hello, by the way, I am Ray, and I think you can probably see how this wine and chat's going to go for the rest of the time we're here.
Hey, let's go.
All over the place. We have been experimenting. I have been experimenting with filming tutorials for YouTube, for probably some other platforms, maybe. Not like we all know Jess from Oakland Roots. Love her videos. I have watched a billion of her videos. I subscribe to her channel, like love her stuff. She's amazing. One of the best producers out there, in my opinion. I have a couple of different YouTuber kind of people that I follow like that in different realms. And she's really the only one that I like follow in the bagosphere. Yeah. But love her content, like love the production quality and everything that goes into that. But can I just tell you, I've been working on filming some smaller, like tips of mastery of bag making, things like how to apply eau de coat to a bag. Okay. If you ever wanted to learn that, how to make the perfect strap that doesn't twist, how to get your top stitching straight, smaller little videos to just teach you like good things that can translate over to all of your bag making things.
Right.
It is so hard. Like you were like, I don't know how they do it. I don't know either. It is so hard. It's like being on camera is really weird. I talk with my hands all the time and I move way too much. And it's so difficult.
Yeah, this is the extent of me doing videos on my laptop with like a terrible ring light. That's it. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I started. I don't
even have a ring light, so I was like, "Don't like makeup people use those." I know nothing about anything, and I am not a technology person. Like, my husband is the tech guy on all fronts, and so I'm like, "Babe, what is this? I need a thing." And he's like, "What thing?" I'm like, "I don't know, a camera, a light. Oh, I'm going to be on this interview. Can you do the stuff?" And there's a link. I don't know. Like, I can't even figure out all the wine and chats. I've watched most of them when I can tune in. And I'm always that person that you're like, oh, who is this? Facebook user? The gray box, because I can't figure out how to get like my name on the thing. Yeah, I'm great with technology. So good. Anyway. So
yeah, we are all over the place. It's like talking to Ricky, but like blonde version.
Business meetings are fun. Our most recent meeting, which was a pleasure thing, but also if you're on any of my pages or like any of that, I did a little live video after going to Wig Brunch Monday. That was with Ricky, of course. Like, who else was I going to go to that with? And we all wore crazy wigs, and we went to and I did full makeup because I had a Victorian, like Marie Antoinette type wig on, and so I did all this Victorian makeup with the little thing and the white face and lips and all that stuff. And I was like, I can't waste this. Like, I went to lunch, we did the thing, it was super fun and crazy and weird. And then I came home and I was like, I'm gonna go live on the page real quick, just cause I can't waste this, But yeah, that's exactly what you're going to get. It's kind of, we are our own people. This is a separate company from STFA, but there's a reason that Ricky and I mesh really well together.
That's awesome.
Bath and chat and wine.
Yes, all the wine.
And wigs, apparently.
So tell us about your company, Emporium Threads. Like, what do you do? Who are you? Like, all that fun stuff.
Oh my God, you're kind of looking at it. It's like this, but with bags. Okay, well, Emporium Threads, again, I'm going to say we. I mean, it's me. Obviously, my husband, he does help me with tons of stuff, website things and all that, but it is me. But I'm gonna jog between like I and we all the time. It's the royal we, just so anybody knows. Set that wine down so I don't spill it everywhere. Okay, well, so where am I? Wrong way. Emporium Threads. I started off as a bag maker. It's just one of my bags featuring STFA embroidery. I started off making little bags. I started off making infant bags once upon a time, and we've kind of come full circle on that. That's how I learned to sew. I'm completely self-taught. I was one of those like 15, 16, 17-year-old girls. I always admired women who could sew, and I was like, God, I want to do that. I just that like anything domestic. I want to bake. I want to do all of these things. And I was obsessed with it. And I wanted to learn how to sew. And I would go into sewing shops and even as young as like 18, 19 and couldn't kind of get attention. It's like, I don't know if they didn't think I had money to spend or what the deal was, but they kind of shooed me off. And so I just taught myself, and YouTube didn't exist. If it did, I would have been leaps and bounds ahead. So you pick up what you can. I made baby stuff and then kind of pivoted into other things, and it was all word of mouth selling. So primarily, Emporium Threads started out as me bag making and making handmade items. And as I evolved in that space, as you do when you're in a space, the trials and tribulations of being in said space, right? So you know what your needs are. For me, it turned into hardware was a big one. All of my bags feature some sort of hardware, and it was like, I buy from all these small businesses, and that's great, but I either couldn't afford the cost of some of it, and when I'm talking about fancy custom stuff, just it can be very expensive. And then the custom stuff, I mean, and it's great, and I realize that takes a ton of talent that I don't even begin to have to like design all those fiddly little things and make them turn out great. So I admire those guys, and I will continue to buy from those small businesses because I'll just come to your thing and just gobble up all the good stuff. I don't even need to wear that hat and won't ever. But as far as regular hardware goes, we're talking about, our staple pieces, right? Like this is another one of my products, something like strap connectors and rivets and strap ends, lobster claws, all these little basic bits of bag making fodder that we all need. I couldn't either find what I wanted, I couldn't get it reliably, or I couldn't get it where it matched. And that was my main problem. My husband, as our husbands and spouses and partners and everybody who's around us, like they always get to hear about our complaints, right? And he got so sick of me complaining, like, oh, I ordered this and it came in and it's not right, or it took too long, or the website, it looked like one thing and it was something else. And I can't get these matching pieces for this bag. And, I'm sure that that's relatable to everybody, because I know for me, that was a major, major thing for a long time. And the straw that broke the camel's back basically was, last Christmas, I had already started kind of pulling in my own hardware for me, but I wasn't doing it on a mass scale. I had, gone through a few different manufacturers that I was like, well, I could buy a little bit for me. Like I could do this, whatever. And we're like hitting Christmas time. And of course, last year was crazy for everybody in the postal system and all this. I had a family friend order several bags from me. And she says, one is for her daughter-in-law. They're newly married. She wants to make a good impression for the daughter-in-law. And she's like, I want, this bag. And she has really particular taste, and it has to be gold hardware. I don't know if y'all have ever made anything with gold hardware, but oh my God, it's the worst hardware to match. There are so many shades of gold and so many little, like, you know, this one's a little bit shinier, this one's a little bit duller, this one is like corn yellow, this one is champagne, and like a million things in between. I cannot tell you how much money I still have a bin over there of mismatched gold hardware that I will never use. I ordered from everybody under the sun, man, because, you know, the postal system was all slowed down, and I was just like, I got to complete this order. And I gave myself like 3 weeks to get all this hardware. Didn't happen. It all showed up and none of it matched. I literally, kid you not, and I only felt comfortable doing it because it was for a family friend and I knew her and I knew it would be good quality. I went to Walmart. I went all over the place, but we're in the middle of COVID lockdown. The one place in my town that was open, Walmart. I went to Walmart and I bought off the shelf bags and I harvested the hardware off of it.
Oh my gosh.
Because it was one bag and I was like, okay, what bag has the right size D-rings and lobster claws and zipper pulls and rivet, or not rivets, but you know, these things. And I stole it all. Like didn't steal it. I bought the bag and then cut it all apart and kept the bag forever. Like I felt so bad, this carcass of a bag that I was like, I can save the other pieces. I did. I threw it away finally. I decided to not hoard it, but I kept it over there. Its sad little naked hardwareless body for a while. And so that's kind of, that's the backstory. Many years of bag making and doing my own thing. And I just got really tired of playing that game of, I need these basics. I can find custom stuff everywhere and that's great. Like there's so many options for every theme and type, but I need D-rings and lobster claws, rivets, turn locks, bag feet, like these basic things. And I need them to match so that when I make a bag that's either not themed or just, you know, whatever, like I just have it. I know where to get it. And it was just kind of supposed to be for me. And then of course the word kind of got out. Other bag makers that are friends of mine were like, you got any more of that hardware over there? Can I buy some? And I was like, I guess. And they kind of started buying up what I brought in for me, which I brought bulk for me, right? Like I didn't buy bulk for everybody. So then I was like, oh, okay, well, you could buy some. I guess I can order more. Like, you know, I have my manufacturer, like I'll just get more. Right. And now we're here. Now I've had to redo my whole sewing space because half the room over there that you can't see is bins literally getting stacked up to the ceiling, like big reach-in bins of just hardware that's packed. And so that's where the hardware came from. And then there's, you know, it's just bins of this. So yeah, I mean, that's as everything kind of evolves in a space, that's sort of what happened. I'm sorry, I'm probably like rambling about it, but
no, it's good. It's always nice to hear the backstory behind, because everybody else, like that's bag makers, I'm sure they can relate. Because I mean, I don't even make bags that often, and I can relate. Because like even with rainbow can somehow be off from other rainbows, which is mind blowing. And then you got, you know, the nickel can be off, and then there's the different type. There's the black, and then there's the metal, and it's mind blowing. So yeah, it's nice that you found a solution to not only your problem, but other bag makers' problems.
Yeah. And I mean, again, like I obviously I'm happy to, you know, share. I can do it. I already have my website and other stuff. It took some revamping, but you know, it wasn't supposed to be that. I will say I have, you know, in Ricky, whom you guys have met, I've worked for her. I'm her, you know, assistant, as it were, you know, plus, whatever the day may bring.
Right.
I mean, whatever the day may bring, we can talk about that later, but there's some fun stories there. You know, I've worked for her for a couple of years, you know, very strong woman, super confident, knows her business, you know, good at what she does, always striving to get better. And working with her not only encouraged me, but then when I kind of came forward to her with this, you know, everybody was like behind me, pushing. My husband, if you're having this problem with other bag makers, and then several friends and other bag makers, no, do it. And I'm like, are you just saying this because you want discounts? You know, like, are you sure I should do this? And everybody was like, no, do it, you know. And I still squarely, I'm like, this turns out bad. Like,
I'm looking at y'all.
Yeah, I'm looking at y'all. That's exactly what, you know. And it's been fine, but I was reluctant to be like, if I have to, you know, bring this in, like, I'm gonna have to talk to the manufacturer. Can they even get orders this size? You know, what can I do? Like, whatever. And so I work with one. I sussed out several when I first started this for myself, and did not like, what I was getting. I wanted a specific thing, a specific look. I wanted 6 colors, the main colors of hardware, in 9, now 10 pieces, because we're adding a new piece, but all 9 pieces in 6 colors to be the same. Like, so rose gold, these 9 pieces, gold, these 9 pieces, antique gold, these 9, and they all need to be from the same manufacturer. So they're the same sheen, made in the same batches, made with the same formulas, like all of that. And so that's literally, it took time to find that and then find someone who could do it well and made a good quality product and all that. So once I did that, I was like, okay. And I had been testing it too. It's all I use on my bags. Occasionally I do have pieces I buy from other people, again, like zipper pulls, and I do have a back stash of stuff I'm still going through, but for about a year now, it's all I've used, on my own bags that I sell. And I still sell bags. I still make bags. I'm still a bag maker, but I offer, accessories or pieces, bag fodder for others. And that led into other avenues, the back tags and other stuff, which we'll kind of get into in a bit.
So far, Lillian has said, "Holy moly, love your room." Hi, Ray. Oh.
Hello.
And then she also said, "Fabulous bag," when you held up the Cheshire Cat bag, which is a design, like the embroidery design on there is from STFA.
That is an STFA. It's a bit hacked. That's kind of, not just my thing. Everybody does that. But the full design actually has an outline. Like, I wanted his face to kind of just appear like it was on the bag, like kind of how he does in the movie, like he just sort of shows up. But it does include a full outline of like the ears. And then actually in the face in here, there's some really cool writing that says, "We're all mad here." And I've seen people do like some super badassery with this. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I just did. Sorry. Sorry, children, earmuff. But people have put like glow in the dark thread on the mouth and put it on like color change vinyl and like all kinds of super cool stuff that every time I see things, especially in the STFA group, all over, of course, everybody's creative, but like some people in there really get down on it that I'm like, dang, like that's a really good idea. I love being around creative people.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're going to get a handful of a boatload of them when you come to the expo. That's all everybody is. And that's all they want, is to be around other creative people.
Right. And I'm super excited. I mean, I know it's not primarily Disney, but I mean, I'm a big Disney person. I'm also a big Lord of the Rings, huge Harry Potter fan, like anything magical, mystery, fantasy, like I'm there. I'm into it. I'm not as into like the space-ish stuff. I love all the Marvel stuff though. But yeah, like Disney, and I'm on it. So then I found out about So Magical Expo actually from working with STFA. I'm the original person who got your email that you sent to STFA. And I was like,
I figured.
Some people in Florida said that like somebody requested you at this thing. I'm going to, and she was like, look into it, we'll see. And then obviously, COVID happened and all of this. And so I kind of came back and was like, well, you didn't invite me, but I'll come, and that's how we're both coming.
I always love companies that I didn't even know about through other companies. Like I was just telling somebody the other day, like I watch Oka Root's Instagram stories just to find out about other companies that I didn't know about, so that we can add more people who didn't know about those people that might have something that they would want or need to have a solution.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to share your website.
Okay.
Pop it here. Let's see. Oh, I got the right format. Cool.
There it be.
Okay, so and I'm going to pop it here. So this is your website, right? And I believe you just dropped some retail today.
We had another retail. So so my thing, and no, I don't mean in any way, by the way, with any of this, all of these things are my own, opinions are my own, not affiliated with anybody else, legal jargon, blah, 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 blah. And I don't mean to I'm not calling anybody out. I don't want to shame anybody. There are a ton of great companies out there. Like, we all know who they are. I still support those small companies, but I personally, I like a pre-order when I can be patient. I love to pre-order the fabrics. That's embarrassing. I had to frame this shot with my husband last night because there's a whole wall of fabric over there that you are not even seeing. And we had this shot further back and I was like, I can't. show
Nope.
that. That's embarrassing. That's gross.
Coming
And too colorful and chaotic, and it's just too much. So I was like, I'll come sit in the corner, and that's appropriate. I love a good pre-order. I love a good pre-order, but especially when you're talking about those bag basics and you got somebody who's breathing down your neck about that order, or you just got a surprise order and you're like, I need that money. Like, I got to make that bag this week. You need that hardware now. Like, you know, you need it. You need that 2-day shipping option, which we have if you need to pay for it. And I will ship it out same day, usually within the hour, if I can at all help it. Even at midnight, I will often throw stuff in and drive it right over. I live in a tiny town. And so we got one of those boxes that you can drop in the middle of the night. I will drop it right in there so it moves first thing in the morning for you if you pay regular or flat rate. But if you need that 2-day, we offer the 2-day. And the other thing is retail all the time.
That's wonderful.
Custom bags, I will do, you know, little small retainers and all that stuff, but that's a separate thing. If you're ordering off the website, it is always ready to ship, and it's actually ready to ship. It's not like, oh, I'll make it when you order it. No, like, it's sitting here, it's inventoried, it's got a SKU, it's got all its stuff, it's packed, and we're ready to go. So
that's awesome.
All retail all the time. And the other thing that I, you know, refer to is beefy hardware. I actually saw somebody make this joke the other day when we first started this. I talked to my husband about the hardware, and I was like, dang, this manufacturer's hardware, like, it's beefy. I like it. It's thick. And I started weighing it against other of the same size. Visually, it looks the same, but like other hardware will weigh in at like 0.3 ounce. My same lobster claw and that same finish and everything, it's 0.5. Same with my D-rings. Like, they're beefy.
That makes a difference.
Like, real beefy. So I kind of made a joke about, do we have any South Park fans out there? Like, it's been a long time since I watched that. Beefcake. Anybody remember that old episode? Somebody out in the Bagoverse made that joke the other day about my hardware, and I was like, oh my God, the beefcake joke, somebody got it. And I was like, my husband told me no one would get that. He like told me, like, don't say that. That's weird. No one's going to get it. And you know what? It might be weird. I'm weird. Beefy hardware. Like, anyway, somebody made the joke, and I was like, I have to tell someone else. Like, I'm looking around like, did anybody else see that? Anyway, beefy hardware. It's retail all the time.
Retail all the time. Everything
on the website is retail all the time. So
these are all the colors that you have, correct?
Correct. Yep.
And
Six collections. The silver is more like a chrome. It's shiny silver, but again, all the same. So if you order, you know, lobster claw bag feet D-rings, like they all match. They're all there. Got gunmetal, silver, gold, which is a beautiful champagne gold. It's not crazy corn yellow gold, like 90s jewelry gold. It's not that. It's a very soft, like white gold almost. So we've got antique gold as well, which is more of like, it goes great with like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter stuff. A man's bag, it goes beautifully with camouflage, anything with olive greens. So you've got that gunmetal, antique gold, the regular, what we call light gold, then silver, which is again, that more like chrome silver. It's nice and shiny and bright. And then you have rainbow, of course, and then lastly, rose gold. And each of the collections has the same, you know, pieces. There are a couple of small deviations at the moment. Because like I said, when I first started importing, I was just getting it for me. So I was like, ooh, I like these strap-ins. Ooh, I like this, but it's all the same finishes. What we have coming, we're waiting on a really huge shipment currently, is all kind of the same, most of the same stuff you see here. So like, there are a couple things that are listed separately. Those will eventually go away and then be replaced by the stuff that's exactly similar, if that makes any sense. Like, I think I have one set of strap-ins, not set, but one collection of like the rainbow ones. They're triangular. Those will be going away when they've sold, and then we'll have the regular straight in rainbow ones, stuff like that. So, but still all the same manufacturer, all the same finishes.
Suzanne asked, it looks like most of your hardware is all 1 inch. Are you planning to stock other sizes in the future?
Yes. Yes, we are. There are a bunch of current, there's so much going on over here, you guys. Last year was a whirlwind. This year is just nothing. I thought last year was crazy, and now I'm like, can we have last year back? Yes, planning expansion on that. We obviously added in bag tags. I've got a whole bunch of other super cool stuff to show you guys too that we are working on launching. And then of course there's custom tags and then all the hardware. So currently started off with 1 inch, but do have plans to do 3/4 inch. It'll be in the same category, you know, sizes, colors, same manufacturer. And then also looking into 1/2 inch. I haven't quite decided what I want to do with that. I know for me, when I make a bag, some of those daintier, really classy pocketbook style bags and like going out evening bags need that thinner hardware.
Yeah.
But still not so thin that it's like what I refer to as embroidery weight, but just a little smaller, a little daintier. So we're working on that with the manufacturer, and I don't have dates for that because I like to make sure everything is done. I always call myself slow turtle. I'm a slow turtle at sewing. I'm a slow turtle at jumping into other stuff. I like things to be just so before I get into them. So that's just, I do everything that way. Sewing my bags, I make sure I give myself really long windows because I don't like to be rushed. And same goes for hardware and other things. So yes, there is plans for that on currently it's our hardware now. We're going to call that bag weight and hardware. Mm-hmm. We have plans to expand into what we're calling embroidery weight hardware, which is the thinner things, stuff like fob hardware, smaller, thinner lobster claws. In fact, I have some of it here. Oh, excuse my terrible reach into the camera. I wasn't really on planning of showing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. This kind of style. So this is what we refer to as embroidery weight. If I kind of put my hand there, maybe. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. But it's a bit thinner. This is great for a key fob or even a wristlet. Other things we're looking at carrying are these little jobbers, little clamps for wristlet hardware. So that'll all be part of the embroidery weight collection, along with D-rings and some rectangle rings. Again, don't have dates. I got this order actually that's sitting right here from a manufacturer that I was really hoping because my purse weight hardware manufacturer does not make this stuff currently. I'm going to work with them on possibly doing it, but the other, this manufacturer didn't please me. So back to the drawing board. These were my samples and anyway, but yes, there are plans. I want to make sure it's perfect. My thing is I wouldn't use it on my bags and sell it to my customers. I will not sell it to you. I won't even offer it. I won't carry it. I won't do it. Not because there's anything wrong with it, but it has to be something I feel comfortable basically using, selling, offering, because my name's on it. So that's really important to me.
Yeah. Okay. So I think one of the items that a lot of people want to talk about are your bag tags.
Yes.
I know there've been a hot question. If we're going to have a bag tag vendor, who's coming? I'm like, we got one for you. So even Michelle's asking right here. She's like, I need to know more about the custom tags. So explain what you have now versus what you're going to also be doing for actual SME.
Yes. So we do have show exclusives, and we will have, I think what you've kind of been referring to as interactive things at the booth. So there will be a lot going on at that booth. I just got to tell you, it's not just hardware, because I will be bringing some bags, some of my custom bags, kind of whatever I have at that point. And I'll probably make a couple of special things up for the show. So we'll have that if you want to shop for gifts or yourself, or you're not a bag maker, whatever, stop on by for that. Okay. Then we will have the machine, the laser machine. That is how our tags are done. They are done by laser. So we will have that there for you to see and watch. And it's going to be both my husband and I there. And he, assures me, oh no, you can deal with the people and I'll do the machine. And I have to I'm going to blame you for this, Kayla.
You're welcome.
100%. I'm passing this on to you. So when I originally contacted SME, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to bring some bags and hardware and some stuff. And, somebody wants to buy this. And we were tuning into a wine and chat one night in the car. And I think we were driving back. I don't even know. We were driving back from somewhere far in Texas. And of course we're in the car. So he's driving, we're listening to this. He's like, what is this? And I'm like, oh, it's that show I'm doing in October, the one in Florida, whatever. And explaining to him, and he hears you answering questions, and somebody says something about tags. And he was like, oh, I can bring the machine. I could do that. You should tell her I can do that. And I was like, what? And I was only kind of half tuning in, and then it turned into, he was like, no, I'll get a more portable laser and we'll just do it. like, we'll just do that. And I was thinking like, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh no, I've been looking into this. Like we can bring this machine. I'm going to do it. So he orders a new, smaller, more portable laser machine to bring, and and so I obviously contacted you, Kayla, and I'm like, great, so we're buying this thing, and
yeah,
we're gonna bring all this stuff, and yeah, so we're doing it. Like, it's gonna be at the booth. Couple of things I need to find. I'm like surrounded by product. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Oh yes.
So
here, I'll bring you in closer.
Yeah,
you can show the website.
I am going to apologize right now because they're a little bit tough. So some of the stuff you might have seen there on the website that you were.
Yeah, I was trying to turn off because the designs are just so cute and unique. Like I haven't seen a lot of those. And I know even Lillian was saying, she said, well, thank you first off for not being a pre-order only because your items are awesome. And she loves the Mistress of Evil. So I definitely wanted to like zoom in on that for a second so other people could see that.
Where is my... I just like tucked this in the background, but I think I've been blocking it. Maleficent is my favorite ever. This is my personal zippy clutch that I made obviously for me, but she is like my favorite. I bought so much of this fabric because I was like, oh, Maleficent. And I got all excited about the other ones too. I'm a villains girl, by the way. Like, I don't know, you guys, are you like heroes or villains? I'm a villains girl. I love me, my villains. But Maleficent is my lady. So that was one of the first tags. I was like, well, and this tag, like so these are statement tags that we're talking about right now. Leather statement tags is what they're called on the website. It's big. I was like, Maleficent she got to be big. This is the size of a playing card. Like this is for, I mean, you can put it on whatever you want, but like.
Yeah, you could even put that on like denim jackets are coming back really big.
Oh yeah. It's 100% genuine leather. Like you can see the back, they always come. I hand dye all of my leather. I mix these colors. And do all the designs myself. So it starts off as raw cowhide leather. In fact, I have a piece just like
as veg tan. Yeah, veg tan.
Yep. It just that's what it starts. I buy huge hides that are like 8 foot by like 6 or sometimes bigger, and then we end up with these finished products. So I mix all of my dyes, apply them, I oil all of it, and then do all the different treatments to it. And hand package everything, just like all the other hardware and everything here. I hand package everything. That way I can inspect it and look at it and, lay it all out and do all of it. So that's, I'm very hands-on. Like,
so
again,
I know the question will come up because you said leather, and a lot of people who are domestic only get scared of leather. Are they domestic friendly?
Okay. So the disclaimer on that, comes with the your mileage may vary thing.
Correct. Right, you never know.
Not all domestics.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I have a regular, what I say a regular. It's got like a few bells and whistles, but it's not a heavy duty motor or anything. I primarily, until about a year and a half ago, only sewed on the one machine I have only ever had, which is my Viking Opal 650. It's just a fancy like quilting machine. It's got a bunch of fancy pants stitches on it, and like built-in LEDs and stuff. But the motor is normal. And people talk about, oh, well, that was it. Now it's all plastic parts. I bought mine after it was all plastic parts, and I've had it forever. I've had it since I think 2015. So, and I sew on mine with a regular 7511 universal needle, and I use Gutermann regular sew all thread. That's all I use on that, and I sew through it. This is a different product altogether outside of the statement tags. Sorry, we're kind of jumping around. I have these on the website. There are pictures of it. I just filmed a tutorial on these that will be released fairly soon. We're not quite ready there, but it's all edited and done on how to use these. These are called strap and web connectors.
Right.
This is 2 pieces of leather. It's a thinner leather that these are made out of. This is a thicker leather. So this is 1 piece. This is 2 pieces back to back. And I sewed this though, 2 pieces back to back, which is about the same thickness, a little bit thinner. Super hard to see. On my domestic, like you're looking at Gutermann sew all thread right there through 2 pieces and double stick tape and this padded strap and this webbing. And I mean, I've had other people test them. I've not had anybody come back and say they couldn't sew through it. I am calling this domestic friendly. When you're sewing through 1 layer of this leather and you're tacking it on, you're not doing double layers there. You're just taking this and,
putting on a base
on your bag. And that's the deal with the statement tags. This is a big bag. This is the Meraki backpack from Bagstock, if anybody wanted to know, at the regular size. And I mean, like, that's the deal with the statement tags. You don't have a way to embroider, or you don't want to spend hours doing embroidery. Cool. Get yourself some cool fabric, or you can't afford $22 a yard fabric. Cool.
Right.
You can come and buy cool statement tags, put it on a plain green or a black backpack, and bam, you have yourself a Maleficent backpack, or, you know, whatever you're making, or a denim jacket. Like you said, you could put them on blankets. I do have one maker that puts these on her hoodies and stuff that she makes. And she's like, no, you can wash it. It's leather. It ages, it crinkles, like it looks super cool.
Right.
So, okay. It's all sealed and dyed. So the dye's not going to come, you know, out a ton or anything. It's all sealed. So you should be good there. This is another, like you can kind of see these strapper web connectors. What you're looking at here, it's really hard to get it to focus. Maybe, is that better? They come with a guide. So these dark lines you're seeing, it's a stitch guide, which PS, everything I sell comes with a stitch guide. That's PSA. I have to tell you, I cannot stand when I see a bag tag with someone's logo or something, and it's like the stitching is, well, yeah. And there's no guide. There's nothing for you to look at. So you're like guesstimating, like, oh, I'm going to try to fudge it. I'm going to get it good. No, everything comes with this little scored line on the outside, and I'm covering that with my giant fingernail. Sorry. And then you can use it, you know, to sew. You just sew right on that line. So no excuses. I don't want to see any crooked top stitching. But like these only come with the guide on one side. That way on the back side, it disappears a little bit and it lines up. Right? Because if you had it on both sides, it like wouldn't line up nice. But again, sewn on a domestic, and this one is totally raw. So you can just see exactly, you know, what you're dealing with. So I'm not going to tell you that it is. If you're super scared of the leather, I have options for you. Rivets. Sorry to the husbands, spouses, partners out there. Ladies, if you wanted an excuse to invest in a rivet press, I suggest cam snaps. They're amazing. Riveted on tags. So we will be offering these. We have just started experimenting with doing them in acrylic. I don't know if people are going to want that, but if you don't want leather, we will have acrylic, but this is a riveted on tag. I made this little sample. I don't know who Jessica is, but I was like, this is going to lead into something with SME, but we will be offering riveted on tags. This is a super thick leather. See how thick that is?
Yeah, she's thick.
Like doesn't even bend. It's so thick. It's really, really nice leather too. But it's riveted on through marine vinyl and foam, and then through that big old tag. And these are 8mm rivets, regular post, not long post, set with a cam snap press.
That's awesome.
And and actually these are my rivets. So that's what they were designed for, right? The 8mm with the millimeter cap, that's what I sell. So that's what these use. Here's another example with some rainbow ones. Once again, through the foam.
Cute. Okay. And they added a nice little accent.
That's what?
They added a nice little accent.
It's bag bling for sure. Like rivets. I mean, you can never go wrong with rivets. It's a safety, you know, not safety, but like security for your stuff. But like if you don't want to sew, and this, by the way, is not something really anybody would sew through, even my industrial. This is crazy. This is specific leather for these riveted on tags. We will have statement tags like this available on the website, and we will have these at SME. So if we're going to jump around a little bit.
We are, because we got a question. So Michelle's asking, can you get the labels with your company name on them? And I think you already answered the question, what materials do you use? You talked about leather, but you also talked about what you might also be offering for SME.
Yes. So, okay. So two-part question. Can you get your company name? Currently, that's a no, but caveat, that is because my IT team, my husband.
Hey, way to go, hubby.
He is drinking beer on the other side of the camera. He's been there. He is.
Welcome to Wine and Chat, hubby.
What are you drinking, by the way? I missed that part because somebody told me. Did you know this? Somebody told me the wrong time. I missed the beginning of this. It's so weird. What are you drinking, by the way? Because you don't ever drink. I actually have wine. Does anybody else do wine during wine and chatter? Like everybody's like, I drink vodka. I drink vodka and lemonade, and you're always having water. He's got beer. Actually,
I actually have liquor tonight. I have rum.
Oh, okay. All right. So brought the vacation back with you.
Yes. With a blue curacao.
Oh my gosh. You were trying to, okay.
Yeah, I can't say it.
Blue curacao. I heard you the other night. It's like here, like Kieran.
Curacao.
Yes.
There you go, Michelle. We have a way to say it now. Because I was
you all know. So a very long time ago in my younger, wilder / needed a job years, I was a bartender. That's like all I did. I was a cocktail waitress and then bartender, restaurant manager. And I had to learn it too. Like I was, 18 years old, my first job, like what? Somebody wants some curacao. And the bartender was like, oh, honey. So I had to learn too. So there you go. Curacao. And now you may go forth with that useless knowledge for the rest of your life.
Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Anyway.
Okay, so bag tags. Let's go.
Bag tags. I'm sorry. It's all over the place. That's also why I'm putting the wine down and not drinking that much, because if I drank more, it'd be a mess. Cork. That is one of the things that we are offering currently with the not custom logos.
Cork.
But we will have cork for those custom tags. And so I said, no, you can't have them. Not right now. Later. Definitely by SME. We will have that all sussed out probably before. My husband is currently working on a way for you to come to the website and submit your artwork / what you would like to get created. So that's a 2-part problem that I've been trying to think through, because like for me, I once upon a time had a digital artist create my logo and give me all the fancy formats that you get when you purchase that. But it was really expensive. I'm sure you probably dealt with that with SME. I don't know, maybe you didn't, but you had to get an SVG and an EPS and an AI file and all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
But 1, if you're a hobbyist, or 2, if you're new, or 3, if you just don't know, you may not have that. You may not have it now, and you may not have it by SME, especially if you're just getting into this. So I was like, what can I do for them? What can I do for somebody who just wanders up and says, I make 4 bags a year for my sisters or my grandkids, and I'd love to have a tag for them, but I'm not going to get a logo made, or I don't have a logo. So my solution for you is a 2-part thing. You can either do what's going to be the show special, which is this black leather, and we'll kind of talk about that. That's rivet on, or we'll have a sewn on option for you in the cork or the thinner leathers, if you would like. And this is a sample that I just made. If you're Jessica and you just want a handmade by Jessica label, we'll have about 30 pieces of sewing and or cute related clip art. So a skull, a heart, a rainbow, little scissors, a bobbin. We'll have a bunch of different things for you to basically select what you want and then tell me what your text is going to be, and you select the size. So you can pick the font. You kind of can design it and say, I want it to say, handmade by Jessica, or sewn by Jennifer, or, made by Susan, and pick a little clip art and then tell me kind of what size you want. We'll design it for you, and we'll print your tags. And if you want 5, 10, 20, 100, we'll do that. But right now, there's not a great way on the website for you to submit either your logo that you own, if you have an actual EPS, because that's really what I need to do, the crazy fancy things, this kind of stuff.
So you're making an interactive booth by allowing them, if they don't have a logo, to essentially create a custom tag at your booth that can then be created into custom tags for their bag, whether it's a small amount or a large amount.
Right. And the deal with that, if you're going to do the riveted tags, we've kind of already sussed that out. So I have a couple pieces here. So we're doing I don't even know what I'm going to call it, but basically we have this leather, and it's going to be it's all separated out. We've already separated it. Here is what is a small piece, and I don't have exact pricing, but we're going to talk about this piece here. If you look at this tag kind of next to it, you could probably get 6 tags, maybe more, out of this particular piece. I have a bunch of pieces. This is a small. I have this piece here, which is a large. Okay. And then I have medium. So we go from small all the way up to XL, and I have a bunch of that black leather in these pieces. You can pick your piece and say, $5, $8, what the price is. It's a set price. It'll be plus tax. And you can say, okay, I want square tags or little round tags with a heart or whatever you want out of your options that are there. And you can pick that and literally pick your piece of leather. So there are some that are bigger. There's some that are smaller, depending on what you want, heart-shaped tags, squares, rectangle, circle, whatever. You might be able to fit more or less on that. And this is a great way to get your feet wet with bag tags because you don't want to make a $400 investment in metal tags, or you don't make that many bags. Because that was another problem for me as a bag maker. I make a lot of bags. Like, I do that. But I wanted all these different colors, and nobody would give me a minimum order quantity of like less than 100 per color. And they're $375 a piece.
Yep.
Even when you go on Etsy and try to get leather tags, I couldn't get them.
Plus you have to buy the mold.
And the mold fee, that's the other thing. It's like, okay, cool. I get it. Like, I want to be respectful. But I'm a small business man. Like, I can't spend $700 on just tags. Like, and then my customers are going to be like, why did all your bag prices go up by $6? Oh, because you put a tag on it. It's okay. I don't want a tag anyway. And it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. So that was kind of where this came. So cork comes in a ton of colors. If you want a sewn on tag and not a rivet, we will have cork options for you as well. It won't be the same, deal as the grab bag of the leather, but you'll be able to do cork tags as well. So this is just some of the colors.
Super friendly on commercial machines. Domestics,
100%. Yeah, it's great for tags. It doesn't fray. It looks super pretty. This is a natural cork, but there are so many colors. Colors. We dropped some new retail tags today that are just all the like little fun sayings that you can tuck onto your bags. So
if they have a custom logo and they want to bring it, how are you planning on doing that during the expo? If they have a logo already done?
Yes. If you have that logo, so that was, and I'm glad that you mentioned that too. If you have your logo or you're planning on getting one and you want to invest in one before then, just have it by the expo. You can bring it on a USB if you want to, or we will have capability, like you'll need to have access to it. So like email it to yourself first with the files attached, and you can email it to us because there is Wi-Fi there. Or you can bring it on a USB if you want to do that. Either way, we don't have a capability. Excuse me. Just went through puberty there. I don't know what that was. I need more wine. That's what it is. We don't have a capability to read CDs or not like anybody's going to have any of that, but none of that technology. So a USB, a mini USB, like the one that's got the micro on the side or whatever, we could do that. And then, or just email it. If you email it to yourself, and then when you get there, you can kind of talk to us and forward it. You can do that. The other thing that we will have available, because we are going to put this on the website for you to go there, we want it to be seamless. And that's why we haven't uploaded it now.
Right.
I don't want you to have to like place an order, then email me, then go back and forth and then decide, oh, maybe I don't want that, or you can't do what I want, or so. I don't want to do any of that. I want you to be able to get on there, load your artwork. It will only allow you to load up the right type of files, pick your selections, tell me what you want, pay for it. And then, we get the order, they're made and shipped to you. It's not that I don't want to have contact with y'all. Like, I love you. But if you want to order tags at midnight, then you could just order tags at midnight. You know what I mean? You don't have to submit an email and like wait forever. And, we just want it to be seamless. So that will be launched. And if you want to do that, there will be an option for, hey, I'm going to be at SME. Can you just bring my tags with? If you want to save on that shipping. So, which is not much, but if you want to do that, you can do that too. That'll be down the road when we get it launched. But yeah, so you can there's two ways. You can come to the booth and say, hey, I have a logo. What can you do for me? If you want to see the work, we'll have lots of examples and pieces you can see in person. And then in addition to all of that, we will have the pick apart. So we'll just have hardware, all the hardware package. This is exactly how it arrives to you when it ships right now. This is how we ship. It's a little hard to like see it, but it's all in protective clear plastic and all the pieces are separate. The screws are separated from each of the pieces, so nothing clinks around. Don't get scratches on any of your hardware, because who wants that? So like here's lobster claws. Nice. All pre-done in their packs. You can see them, you can feel them. You'll literally be able to walk up and just touch and feel all of the stuff, feel the weight of it, and say, okay, I want strap-ins, I want whatever. If you're making bags in the classes and you forgot a piece, if we have it, you can come over and, hey, I need some strap-ins. Okie doke, there's some strap-ins. So we'll have that in addition to the tags, and then obviously some of those pre-made items. couple of other things. I don't know if anybody out there knows. Can you even see that? Probably not.
Yeah. It's acrylic, right?
It's acrylic. It's uber clear acrylic. And what is
uber clear? So if you have a really cool design, right, you want it to show through.
Well, you could do that. So we're discussing doing it with tags. It's a capability, but these specifically, these cool little jobbers here are for this.
Oh, genius. I know people put the pins in. I hate how that looks.
Bag spacers. And then you either have to Photoshop it out and it just takes forever. Or if you get the lighting right, I have a lot of lights on me in here, so I'm never going to make it disappear. But if you get the lighting, like that's pretty good right there.
Right? A little bit more.
That will keep it open.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That looks good.
It just disappears. So you can shoot right down. So we will obviously, these will be launching on the website before SME. But we will have them at SME. It's a pack of 3.
You even surprised me just now. I just got surprised. Look at that. That's awesome.
I have other new stuff too. Not a ton of it. We're not going to keep you guys here forever, but this is the set of 3. Goes all the way up to 7 inch. So this is a great size for your big totes, your big backpacks. This one is like 4.5 inch. It's great for those medium sized purses. And this is the best for like that little makeup pouch I was just holding, or just to space open a pocket on a bag. You can use them either way too. So you just want a little bit of space to see that liner. Put it in this way. You want a lot of space to see how big that pocket is. You turn it the other way. Right. So we'll have cuts of the spacers as well. And then another thing we're going to have at SME, but we'll probably launch before. I don't even know if anybody would actually know what this is. Any guesses? You have a guess, Kayla?
I don't know. I'm going to see if anybody else has a guess. You should wait. Okay.
I'll wait. We'll wait a few minutes.
No, hold it up. No,
by the way, this is one of our acrylics. This is a matte pastel acrylic. So super pretty. So really, we have
it kind of looks like leather from here, but it's pretty color. Is it like a light pink?
It's a really light pink. It's super like powder pink. But we have it in several options in the pastel. There's a mint. There's a light baby blue, like a sky blue. There's a couple peaches and white. So if we do acrylic tags, if there's interest, this could be one of your options, and it would be riveted on, obviously. Only so
is that a tag? Because we have guesses. We have Lillian said an anchor. Michelle says that's a rivet remover thing.
Okay, Michelle is kind of close, but not really.
Okay.
So I will give you a hint. It is a bag making tool.
It's a tool.
This is a bag making tool, and I will show you the exact thing that I make with it. This is actually something that my husband created for me. Again, the necessity is the mother of invention. He gets tired of listening to me complain about stuff, especially bag making. So I'm like, babe, I can't find tags for less than $700. And he's like, first it's like, oh, you'll do it. And then after I complained for 6 months, he was like, oh my God, if I just make you tags, will you shut up? Not really. He's not that mean. He's actually super nice. Like, hey, I bought this machine and now we're going to take it across the country to Florida and make tags for everybody. Anyway, he made this for me. And I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And it's amazing. And I can't believe that I didn't think of it sooner, because I literally do this every time I make a bag. And so he made this thing for me. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're a genius.
You measure where the strap connectors go, like where the rivets go on the strap connectors. Am I close?
You are
okay.
Spot on.
You said it every time, and I know I need like a smaller ruler, but like, because
and you measure it out, like you sit there, but you're like measuring it, or you poke a hole in something, right? Yeah, and so you're measuring it, but you got to remember exactly how you did it last time, and you got to space it. And then the other problem is my little like hole poker thing. I have not splurged on the cam snap dies yet to poke holes, so I use a Crop-A-Dial, which is awesome actually.
Yeah,
but
I love the Crop-A-Dial.
And so it's really hard to poke through. If you like fold the strap over and then try to poke through all the layers, it's too much. Yep. So I was like, okay, I can't do that. I got to measure out 4 total holes then to get a strap like this, right? So this is how I make my straps. I use a strap end, which this is one of my strap ends that we sell online on the website, for a 1-inch strap. And then you got rivets that hold it on, right? Because I don't want to sew through all that. It doesn't look as good, whatever. But these connectors, any connector, like a D-ring or a lobster claw you're going through, I want them to be spaced perfect. And on a bag like this, there's friggin' 2 sets of them. And so if you don't get them perfect, it's cockeyed and it just drives me crazy. Right. So this, you literally take it when your strap is unfolded. So before you do all of this, and you lay it on your 1-inch strap, like from the end. Let's see if I can try to like finagle this. This is really hard doing it backwards and into camera and getting it to focus. So you lay it on your strap end, like this would be straight. You do better here. You lay it on here. You just trace out, this lines up exactly with a 1-inch strap, and you take a pen and just poke your 4 little holes there. And then when you remove it, you have 4 holes exactly where they need to be. You take your office hole punch, your whatever equipment you're using, and you poke those 4 holes, and then you wrap it through your strap connector and poke your rivets right in there. And I guarantee you they will line up and be perfect every frigging time. So if you have a bag like this, they will be perfect across the 2 pieces. You literally just put your back and front and then squish it in your setter, and like you're done. You don't have to measure, you don't have to try to remember what you did. It's such a simple thing. But oh my God, why didn't we think of it sooner? Like
that's awesome. You definitely need to patent that real quick.
I mean, let's be real here. I didn't invent it. I'm sure he didn't either, but I had pieces of paper that I was using for a template, or like trying to write stuff down, like, okay, so the first hole's at 3/4 inch and the second hole's at this and that. And then it's just use the computer, graph it all out. And then he cut it, and it was like mind blowing. Like, oh my God, we have the technology, we don't need to be doing all this archaic stuff. So anyway.
I'll fill in with some comments real quick. So Suzanne said she just placed a big order. You're now her exclusive provider for bag hardware. So yeah.
Hey, all right. Well, welcome. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Again, the royal we, but I'm sure my husband appreciates it too. And I certainly do. That means a lot to me. And I hope that, I hope you like your stuff.
So Suzanne's, you missed it earlier, but Suzanne just birthed 40 something bags. I think you said earlier, Suzanne. I don't know. It was a lot. And because she's got
what with them?
Huh?
She did what with 40 bags?
Birth.
Birth? Oh, birthed. At first I thought you said burned, and I was like,
no.
Why? Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Lillian
I do like 2 at one point, and I mean, my arms hurt after that, man. Like, I don't know. And then just like a man, by the way, I was in a group once, and I made a joke about, I've been birthing this bag for 45 minutes. It's just a big old bag, and I made the hole too small. You know what I'm talking about, ladies.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I've been here. Some guy commented, drop in linings with like a smirk. And I was like, just like a dude, take the easy way out.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway.
Lillian says, FYI, she'll be swarming your booth. You're going to need help because this is going to be awesome.
Did you hear that, babe?
And she said, I have a custom logo, and she'll gladly be your logo guinea pig.
Okie doke. We are past the guinea pig stage. We're not, this is not a super brand new thing for us. I have yet to meet a logo that we can't do. Mine, if you look at my logo, my little spool and all this, I don't know. Will you grab one of my bag tags from back there, babe? We can get really fine.
This thing to laser out.
Yeah, lasers can get. That's one of the reasons they're on the left side on that same drawer you were just looking at up on top. There's a really big one. Grab that one because it's both. Why not both? Excuse me. We can get really fine on that laser. I was worried about my logo because there's a bunch of little tiny fiddly lines, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to have to redesign that. Like, it's not going to happen. But no, I mean, the laser can do it. I have yet to meet a logo that I can't do. This is mine on, if I can get it to focus. Sorry, this is so hard.
Don't move. Perfect.
So this is pearlized leather is what this is. Pearlized leather. It's a like baby blue kind of color that I made for a bag. But you can see like it got all those little details. This is a slightly bigger version on cork.
Oh, nice.
And I mean, you can see it gets all the little flowers. It gets everything. And I mean, this is a larger tag, but it's really not that big. These are inseam. Actually, this one is a sewn on. That blue one was an inseam tag.
Oh, nice.
So these are not big. Like I have pretty big hands, and these are like not even quite an inch tall. And we can do smaller because, again, this is a script font and this is a 3/4 inch high. This is a little guy. These are the mini tags. So we can, I'm not going to promise every logo, but we can do your logo. So I'll be really excited to see you guys. Bring your logos. Bring it to me. Don't say, oh, I don't know if they can do it. Like, let us tell you if we can do it, because, and we'll try. Like, we'll run one and then be like, ooh, that's not going to work. We're not going to do that for all the logos. But if we have a question, like, we'll work with you. We'll get it figured out. We'll work together.
So do they have to be in like PNG, or can they be JPEG? Like, is there requirements or
yes. And if you have multiples, I would suggest, like, if you're just going to load up a USB and you've got it, just bring them all. Just bring me your JPEG is not great. If you have an SVG, for sure, bring me that if they gave you that option. Bring me a PNG, bring me a PDF. That will work. Any of those scalable vector arts, if you just Google what that means, any of those are fine. A JPEG isn't great. We can work with it, but it's really hard, because if you want to make it really small, it's not scalable. So when you, just like with a picture, a JPEG, when you blow it up, it gets really pixely, or when you shrink it down, everybody looks funky and weird. It's the same concept. So we don't want that to happen with your logo. We really want one of those scalable options. But if you have a JPEG, we may be able to convert it for you. And I say may because, but we'll try. We'll work with you.
I'm going to be sending you our logo here soon. Well, actually, I think you guys already have it. What am I talking about?
I have it through my STFA superpowers. My alternate personality.
Lillian was asking what the heck we were saying with STFA. I think she missed it was string theory fabric art.
Yes, the name. So I wear two hats. I obviously work for myself. I have my own company, but for a while, I met Ricky as one of her customers. I made a bag that in a few ways kind of changed my life, to be completely honest with you. It's a Harry Potter bag. It was just a little tiny crossbody bag, and I found this amazing design online, this castle that is like this, it's like a sketch drawn Harry Potter castle. And I was like, what the heck? And I got my first embroidery machine for a gift for Christmas from my husband and my in-laws. They like pooled together, and then my birthday too. And they were like, we got you this machine, like, whatever. And I already did sewing, and I would do hand applique. If any of you know what that is, my husband's grandma does all of this beautiful applique by hand. She traces a picture on fabric and then cuts out all the pieces, lays it down, and does the satin stitching by hand. And her stuff, it looks like it came from an embroidery machine. It's amazing. And I was like, I want to do that. Like, I want to learn. So she taught me how, and I was doing that. And so my husband was like, well, if you want to keep doing it, but you could play with this embroidery machine. So I found her designs, because I spent a whole year with my embroidery machine doing nothing but puppies and kitties and baby stuff. And puppies and kitties and baby stuff is great. But I was like, I don't have kids right now, and everyone that I know isn't pregnant anymore. And I really want to make cool stuff. And I found her castle. And so she was on Etsy. Now she's got her own website, stringtheoryfabricart.com. And I became one of her customers. I made this bag. It kind of like, we're talking about like 700 reactions in like 2 hours, which has never happened to me before. And I was like, whoa, people really like this bag, So I'm like telling everybody where the design came from. And then, I got kind of close with her on that front, because she would be like, who are you? And what did you do with this, design? And so we kind of started talking. Turns out we both live locally to each other, and we met at a different sewing expo called Applique Getaway, which is happening this month in Texas, next weekend, actually. So I told her I was going to make a shirt that says, last time I came here, I got a job, or like, the last time I came here, I met a crazy lady and she gave me a job. Because I met her as her customer. She was like, oh, are any of my group members going to this thing? And she posted it, and I was like, oh, that's in Irving. I live pretty close to there. Like, I should go. I should meet her. Like, she's my like embroidery hero. Like,
yeah.
I was totally fangirling over it too. I was like telling my head, like, it was like a date. I was like, what am I going to wear? Like, my hair, I'm going to meet this lady. Like, I've never met her before, and I love her stuff. And so we met, and we hit it off, because we're both this, +5. And then later, I just kind of got to know her a little bit more. And over time, one day she was like, can I hire you to answer my emails? And I mean, not exactly like that, but it was kind of that. And then it sort of just evolved. So at first it was that. And now, I go on shows where I'm supposed to be talking about myself and plug STFA. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so, and I use her designs. I love her designs. Like, they like rock just they're not puppies and kitties. Like the only teddy bear design she has is actually a zombie bear, and it's got like a bone hanging out, and it's like, I don't know, and then she has like a bunny that's all cute, but it's like eating a skull. Like it's not all gory and terrible, but she does do some of that too. So Harry Potter, Marvel, Cthulhu, like fun stuff. And so I use it on my bags. That the Cheshire bag, again, that was hers. So just cool, fun stuff. And it's awesome on the bags. And then, you know, the sky's the limit, right? Like you can be as creative as you can be with all these things out here. So anyway, that's STFA. And that's how all this started. And it's kind of STFA's fault that I'm coming to SME too. So thanks.
Hey, here's the STFA and everything that you guys have done. I am so happy that we were able to like finally meet and talk, and I'm so glad that you guys are coming and that your husband was listening in on your car trip.
Yes.
And I cannot wait. I hope that you guys have a blast when you guys come.
We will. We're going to do Disney while we're there. We're Disney people, so we're going to stay after and do some Disney at Universal, so we'll for sure see people.
Yes.
I did want to tell you guys one more thing about the booth. Kayla, I'm sure you hate me at this point, so like, shut up and be quiet.
No, of course not.
On the interactive front, we are doing a little giveaway for the 2 full days at our booth. So if you make a purchase at the booth, whatever it is, you're just going to get a ticket and you write your name on the ticket and throw it in the fishbowl. We have a friend. I have a friend that I work with really closely. She makes wood products. She's a woodworker and does all her own stuff. She's amazing. Hannah Woodworking, Hanna. Becky Hannah is her name. Love her. Met her through like Bag Universe and sewing and stuff too. I bought a couple of her seam rippers that we're going to be giving away. I own 6 of them as they fall everywhere. But like legit, I own 6 of them. I love them. They are like beautiful and each uniquely their own. Like this color, this purple one changes color in your hand. It turns pink with heat. Like this one has cool shavings in it. They're amazing. If you have to use a seam ripper, it should be pretty. That's my motto. Yeah. So we are going to be giving away some of her seam rippers because I love them so much. This is one of them.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful, let me see if I can hold something up to try to like make this better. Worse?
Ooh, worse. Right.
Okay. Black didn't work. It's really beautiful. It's pastel, like rainbow, hand turned. She creates this stuff.
Cute.
And it's all collapsible. So it's got a stiletto end and a seam ripper end. And you can kind of customize that by buying extra heads. So that will be available at the booth one of the days. And whoever wins day one, you just get to pick which one you want. So we have the lighter side. And then for all the really crazy, colorful people, this one.
Ooh, cute.
This one's glittery. So like, check out how pretty that is. And her seam rippers are amazing. She has a website. They're available on her website. But I was like, I want to give away something that's like promoting another business, a business that I love. So we'll have those. So that's just another. There's a lot going on at our booth.
That's awesome though.
We're excited. We're going to do fun things at the booth. We're really excited to see you guys. We're excited to come. We're big Disney people anyway. So that was like just another excuse for us to get down there. But I'm so excited to do the show. I'm like way excited to be involved, and we're doing some sponsorship and just
going all out.
All the things. Yeah, we're trying to. So we're going to have fun. And we're dressing up. I don't know if anybody's dressing up, but I'll be Madam Mim one of the days for sure. Because I've got a costume with the wig and the little dress and all that. And I'll probably make my husband dress up like Merlin. He's going to hate me. He's sitting at that booth with a big old white beard.
That's great. So, I don't know if I'll cosplay myself because I run around all day long. But maybe for the fashion show, I will actually dress up. So I know my girls are going to egg me on and try to get me to do something. So
there are plenty of cosplays you can run around in. I mean, when I did my Madam Mim, I literally got all that stuff off of Amazon. I have the little bloomers and everything under the skirt and the terrible fuzzy crazy wig. And I was vending at a show. So like, I know you have a ton of stuff to do, but like also I don't want to hear it. You should dress up.
Okay, you called me out. I got to do it now. I got to do it.
even like a Disney onesie. I don't know, something. You got to do something.
Oh, you're coming to the onesie party, right? On Saturday?
So, I just heard about that on one of the wine and chats. I don't know. And then I heard
no excuses. You gave me no excuses. You get no excuses. You gotta wear a onesie now.
I don't even, you know what? I don't own a onesie. I should go on Amazon and get a onesie.
Sounds like you need a onesie.
Okay. Well, all right. So fine. I will get a onesie, but you have to like at least like a
I'll cosplay.
A half-assed cosplay. You know, mine's really more of a costume. It's not really a cosplay is like super fancy and crazy. All my little bits and pieces were bought off Amazon, and I have a wig and I'll do some makeup. But come on, you got to do a costume.
I'll do a costume if you do a onesie. And Michelle says onesie parties are life, and that Target has onesies.
I have seen the Target onesies. Look, I have seen them. I just always pass them up like, when am I going to? And now here it's biting me in the butt because I'm like, oh, when am I going to wear that? And now I'm caught out in the wind without a onesie. So I'm going to have to get a onesie. And I do have a quick question for you about the fabric garage sale or something. My embarrassing amount of custom fabric, which is over there. You guys can't even see it. I started cutting it up into fat halves and pre-packaging it. So like it's all cut. Like I have a ton of it. Like gobs of it, tons. Nice. This is like a handful. So many of them, rare prints, backstitch, oh so pretty, Ohana, all the Wonderground, all the things, all Disney, all Harry Potter. What am I supposed to do with it? Am I supposed to bring it to the garage sale or should I sell it? I was thinking about just selling it at the booth for like a flat rate.
You can do at the booth or you can do D-Stash Bash and get points and then you can shop the D-Stash Bash too.
Can you explain to me the D-Stash Bash like I'm 5? I don't know if anybody else has this question. I'm kind of confused about it. I don't know.
You get points for the things you give me, and you use those points to shop. 5-year-old explanation.
Okay, so I give you the fabric, and then I get an allowance to shop at the D-Stash Bash, or
yeah, whatever everybody else dropped off.
Ooh.
I'll explain it to you both. And grown up.
I'll do both. I'll give you some and I'll sell some at the booth so you guys can come by, because I was thinking I was just gonna like put it for a flat rate at the booth and then you could like come and it's all prepackaged, it's done, it's measured, it's beautiful, it's cut, it's just a straight fat half. Like I ordered it, I got it in, and I cut it and put some away for later. And that's what this is.
Do both.
I might do both. Okay, I'm glad you explained that to me because I was like, I need to know what this is.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I gotta redo the video and repost it here shortly. But yeah, no, I'll explain it.
They got a wagon full of stuff do you mean an actual wagon?
Yeah, it was an actual wagon full of stuff that she brought in. She had like, I don't know, concepts. Correct me if I'm wrong, like 150 points out of the wagon. Ooh. That's like, and then you just go shop with your points.
All right. I'm looking around this room now like, ooh, I have so much stuff. And my husband is now looking around at the room too. Like, yeah.
What can we get rid of?
Well, the problem is he's all excited, but you're neglecting to think about the fact that if I give this stuff and I get the points, I get more things.
I mean, it could be one big thing instead, because we have like vintage machines. Somebody got a light I think Lillian got the big light last year. There's all sorts of stuff.
Okay. All right. All right.
It's unique to So Magical.
Okay.
Well,
it sounds magical. Kick me off before we get talking more.
Girl, I drink, half my cup and it's bathroom break time.
This is the biggest glass of wine I have had since before COVID. Normally I pour myself about that much, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna need a lot to drink or a little bit or like how this is gonna go. So I'm gonna be preprepared.
Why do you need a full glass?
Yeah. I'm gonna finish it, just not on camera.
Thank you again so much for hanging out with us, and I hope that everybody had a great time as well, and we will see you at So Magical Expo.
We will be there. Thank you for putting up with all of that loquaciousness. We'll see you.
It was a blast. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye. All right, my So Magical Expoers, I'm going to hop off for the night. I hope you guys enjoyed. We had another 2-hour wine and chat. I swear I do have to go potty though. So I'm going to hop off. And again, as always, if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can always message me and I will take care of you. I hope you guys had a blast. This was definitely a fun wine and chat and sponsor spotlight. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. And I will talk to you guys here soon. Bye, guys. Okay, now bye.